Very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, the organized world record series 2. Today there is 226th day of the series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is on dais Honorable Amita Mukhia, Madam. So first of all, I welcome to you, Madam, for the dais. I welcome the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Ambedkar, sir. Also welcome the faculty members of my college, Dr. Sanjay Kale, sir, and others. And heartily welcome to all participants. The topic for today's presentation is mindfulness beyond meditation. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Amita Mukhia, Madam. She is a coach serving at Mindfulness and Emotional Wellness Center, Siliguri, from Darjeeling, West Bengal. So with this brief introduction, now I request to you, Madam, please start your presentation. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Prashant sir, for that introduction. That was a lovely introduction. And a very warm good evening to all of the participants. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Ambedkar and my friend Malti, for giving me this opportunity. Without, Malti, I would not have known Dr. Ambedkar because she was the one to introduce me to her. And I'm really honored to be here today, sir. Thank you so much for having me here. So I guess people are still joining, and I hope we have more participants. I'm going to have this lovely interactive session today. We are going to delve into the aspects of, mindfulness and how it is helpful for us in our everyday life. Because when we talk about mindfulness, the idea that we have about mindfulness is very vague, right? And it is sort of even jargon, the word mindfulness. Some people or those who are not from the same industry, they might not even understand the full meaning of, what is mindfulness. Okay, and today we are going to explore not into the definition of mindfulness, because I'm not here to give you the definition of mindfulness or to tell you the benefits of mindfulness, because all of us are learned people here, and I'm sure all of us know how to Google, right? As we call Googling. So if you just Google what is mindfulness and the benefits of mindfulness, you'll get everything. So we are not here for that today. What we are really here for is to get the taste, a little bit of taste and experience of what mindfulness is. That is what we are here for today. Okay, and I hope everyone is ready to do that. Yeah, and I request you all to switch on your cameras if at all possible. Okay, then we can see each other, and we can exchange our energies, and our session is going to be lively and interactive in that way. Okay, so I request you all to please keep your cameras switched on if possible.
Kind request to all participants, please show your face in today's session. Dear participants.
Yes. We want to see your lovely faces, right? Thank you so much, Dr. Swanan. We want to see your lovely faces on the camera because this is going to be a very interactive session today. Okay. Thank you so much, Sarika.
Madam, we are seeing your half face. Put your camera in the position, Chetna madam.
Yes, Chetna ma'am. We are meeting for the second time.
It's okay, madam. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. So, with that, let me introduce myself. Prashant sir has already introduced me briefly. So, I am a mindfulness and emotional wellness coach. I work with students, youths, women, and I work in this space of group coaching and one-to-one coaching. And the idea of coaching that I have is one that of collaboration. Okay, so even in this session we are going to collaborate, we are going to explore. I'm not going to just tell you about things, but together we are going to explore. Okay, so with that, let me also give you a very brief, a story of how I came to this mindfulness, how mindfulness happened to me. So I really went through quite ups and downs, as I'm sure every one of us we do. I had my share of ups and downs and traumatic events in life, and I was really in the rock bottom when a friend of mine, she suggested me this mindfulness course. So that is how I got into mindfulness, and mindfulness has helped me not only to find that balance, but it has really helped me heal from inside out. Okay, and we can really execute mindfulness in our day-to-day life. And I have been doing that for so many years now, and that is how I've came into this coaching space. And I really hope that we get that teeny tiny experience of what mindfulness is today. Okay, so with that, I would like to throw the question to you. So, what is mindfulness for you? What is mindfulness? When you think about mindfulness, what do you think? Just in simple one word or one line will do.
Madam, a type of meditation.
Okay, type of meditation. Yes. So, what is mindfulness for you? Okay, happiness, self satisfaction, happiness,
Self realization.
self realization. Okay, great. So, you can also type your answers, okay, on the chat box, or simply unmute yourself and then you can talk. That's fine. Yes, Sarika ma'am. Do you want to share with us what mindfulness is for you?
Mansik Shanti.
Manshik Santi. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. And what is the picture that we see? Okay. When we think about mindfulness, what is the picture we can see in our minds? With all that we said just now, Manshik Shanti, right, ma'am? And, we shared that mindfulness is that from inside, the peace and calm. So, what is the picture that we see? If we talk about picture, not words.
A peaceful mind and healthy body.
Peaceful mind and healthy body. Beautiful. So, what do we exactly see? Those are all thoughts, right? Peaceful mind and healthy body, satisfaction, happiness, those are the experience or words. But if we have to see it in the picture, what do we see? Beautiful nature, okay. What else? What is the picture? When we close our eyes, just close your eyes for a while and think about mindfulness. What picture do you see in front of you?
Madam, we just remembers what we acted in daily life like that.
Okay. So can you see my screen? So most of us, when we think about mindfulness, we think about meditation. Like Prashant sir also said, right? That mindfulness is meditation, right? So when we think about, or when we, talk about mindfulness, we think that it is a sort of meditation. Do you think so? That it is a meditation? Well, let me tell you that, mindfulness is not just a 15 minutes or half an hour routine that we do. That is just a very small part of what mindfulness is. Okay, it's good to meditate. I'm not saying that, do not meditate. It's good. Meditation is part of mindfulness. It's just a part. It is not everything that mindfulness is. But what happens is that we have this misconception. We have many misconceptions that mindfulness is just the meditation. Okay, so I'm also reading your messages here. When we are in a state of mindfulness, our consciousness is in action, and our conscious mind is working actively. Coordination of mind with senses. Beautiful. And our body. That's what Chetna ma'am has to say. So we are talking about mindfulness beyond meditation here. Okay, something that we, in our everyday life, when we talk about going beyond meditation, we fall back into our everyday life. What after that 15 minutes of routine or 30 minutes of routine in the morning and evening? What do we do in the whole day? Right? So we just sit in meditation and then we are peace and calm, okay, or whatever happens to us during the meditation. Right after that, we live our day-to-day life. We get up and maybe we go to the kitchen, right? We make breakfast and then we get ready, go to our office. What happens to us in the office? What happens to us on our way to office, right? What are our relationships like? We go to the office, and what are our relationships like with our colleagues at home? Everywhere you go, are you being mindful in your everyday life? That is the question we need to ask ourselves, each one of us. So what I'll do is I'll give you few examples and you can tell me how you relate with that. Okay, how do you relate with these examples? Now imagine that, we are going to office. All of us here seems to be professionals, right? So imagine that you're going to the office and you have a very important presentation, okay, in the office, or very important meeting. Or most of you are teachers over here, so you have to attend this staff meeting maybe. Okay, so you are on the way to office with this important presentation or meeting, but you get stuck in a traffic jam. What happens to you? What do you start doing stuck in that traffic jam? Another example, you are shopping for vegetables. Okay, we all do that, right? We all go for shopping for vegetables, whether that, in India, we go to the groceries, or, we go to the vegetable market and then we buy vegetables. But the vegetable vendor does not cut you a bargain. And then you start haggling. What happens to you at that moment? Another example, you had a very hectic day. Okay, and throughout the day, you had to go through tough situations, challenging people, okay, challenging interactions, and then you come back home thinking that you will get some rest finally. As soon as you open the door, you see that your living room is full of guests. What happens to you? Right? So just think about these small life's incidents. Okay. Another example, a little significant example that I can give is, suppose you are stuck in a habit pattern. Okay. Say, okay, you can take any kind of example, any habit pattern. Just tell me, are you stuck in any kind of habit pattern? You can write down on the chat box. Any habit that you want to quit, but you're not being able to quit. Just write on the chat box, or you can simply unmute and say if you're comfortable. Any habit that you want to quit, or any habit you want to establish. Okay, maybe you want to start exercising. Maybe you want to start eating healthy. Okay, or maybe you want to start reading. Okay, anything that you want to do, start doing, or anything that you want to stop quitting. Okay, mobile addiction, very good. Yes, we are addicted to our mobiles. Smoking, yes, right? So these habit patterns which have been formed over years and years of repetitive action, repeating it over and over, and we are not able to get rid of them easily. Right? What happens to us despite of knowing that this is bad for us, or despite of knowing that we have to establish this good habit pattern of, say, exercising or eating healthy? Do we do it? We are just stuck in that same cycle over and over again, right? Going into that cycle and not able to establish a good habit pattern, or not able to get rid of that destructive habit pattern, unhealthy habit pattern. So what is happening to us in our everyday life? What are we doing in our day-to-day life? And are we even aware? Are we aware that these are the destructive things that we are doing? Are we even aware? So the first prerequisite of mindfulness is awareness, right? How many of you agree with me? Even before we are mindful, we need to be aware that what I am doing in my day-to-day life is good, or is constructive, or is destructive for me and for everyone around me. So what happens to us is that in our everyday life, we are either running
Of course,
towards...
it's not constructive, madam.
Sorry, sir?
Of course, it's not constructive.
Yes, it's not constructive. Yes, it is destructive. We know that, right? Congratulations, sir. You have that awareness, right? So we have that awareness. But is awareness alone enough, do you think? Is it enough to change our lives or gain that transformation that we want? Yes, we have to take action. And we all know that we have to take action, right? We all know we have to take action. But do we really? So what is stopping us?
Acceptance.
Acceptance, ma'am. Yes, would you like to elaborate on that?
Once I'm aware that this is something which is distracting me or my things, right? I should accept it. I should take the responsibility, accountability of it. Then I can move ahead for changing my own self.
Yes. Beautiful, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So why don't we do this small activity? Because I'm not sure if we will be able to be successful in this activity, because your cameras are not switched on. Is it possible if we can do a small activity? And what we are talking about will be crystal clear after this activity.
We accept, madam.
Yes. And can we take one A4 size paper, please? Okay. Get one A4 size paper. like this one. Hello, sir. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so we are doing an activity. Okay, and I request you all to take a paper, A4 size paper or any other paper will be fine. So how many participants we have? We have 29 participants.
Let we expect that they are doing this activity beyond the curtain also.
Okay, let us hope so. Yes, sir. Okay, great. So now once you have this paper, I request you all to fold this paper 4 times, okay, in any way that you want. In any way that you want. 4 times. 2. In any way that you want. Fold it for 4 times. Done? Now, once you have done that, I request you all to open it back, to open it fully, and then fold it again in the same way, in the same manner 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the second time, fold it back in the same way. Done? Did you notice anything when you were folding it for the second time?
It's becoming easily folded, madam.
Exactly.
Easily folded.
It was a little easy.
No need to
Yes,
press.
exactly. Why was
Paper,
it easy
yes.
to fold it again, second time?
Already it is folded first time. So there is no space to
Exactly. Yes, sir. You are right, sir, Prashant, sir. So, because we have already folded it once before and there is this pattern, right? The creases that has already been formed on the paper. So, that's why it is very easy to fold it back again, right? So, let's say this paper is the representation of our life, okay? And we have folded our life in many folds in the same way that we folded this just now. Now, that fold might look like, that I am a lazy person, for example. Okay, we have folded ourselves in different emotions, in different habit patterns, right? In different thoughts, in different belief systems of a lazy person. Maybe this fold is that of a procrastinator, that I'm a procrastinator, right? Or maybe one of my folds is that I'm an angry person, or I get irritated very fast, right? So, what is this fold for you? How have you folded yourself, right? Now, it is not only something that does not work for us, it might also be something that works for us. Maybe I have folded into a belief system that I am a very spiritual person, right? And that works for me. So these folds can be good as well as bad, right? Do we all agree? Yeah. Now, what is
yes,
working
yes.
for us? Would you like to keep that? What is working for us? But what about those folds that are not working for us? What do we do with those folds that are not working for us? What can we do about that? Can we make a new fold? Can we make a new fold? Yes?
Yes, madam, we can.
Yes, great. So I request you all to again straighten your paper and fold your paper one more time, but in a different way this time, okay? Not in this way that you did for the first and the second time. So for the third time, we will fold it in a different manner, okay? In a different manner. It could be in rectangle, triangle, any way that you want, okay? For the 4 times, 4 times, 2, 3, 4, okay? Again, like the way we did, right? All of us, we did it. Now I request you all to again open that paper. Right? And try folding it again in the same manner, in the second way, the way you did just now. Try folding it back in the manner that you did it for the second time just now. How is it? Is it little difficult? Do you think it's a little difficult this time?
Yes, madam, it is difficult.
Yes. Why do you think it's difficult?
Because they already folded in another way, and when we fold it next time, the pattern is going to change.
Exactly, because we already have the pattern, and when we fold it in a different manner, it's hard for us to fold, right? That's the reason the scientists say that it takes at least 40 to 60 days in order to form a new habit, right? Because we have already formed these patterns in our brains, which is also called neuro pathways in our brains, which is already there, deep-seated, very deep-seated habit patterns, which is very hard for us to change. So even though we want to exercise, even though we want to eat healthy, even though we want to, quit smoking, or we want to, really, learn something new, we cannot. And we keep on, blaming ourselves, right? We keep on blaming ourselves. We blame ourselves for not being that strong, for not having that kind of a willpower, for not being able to do what we really want to do. But what is happening in our brains? We are unaware of that. Okay? So our brain and body is resisting to change that habit pattern, which is very deep-seated in our brain. Okay? And it will change, but it will take for us to repeat a new habit for 40 to 60 days repeatedly. Now, when you keep on, making the same folds the way that you did for the second time, you will realize that soon it will be easy again to fold it like it was for the first time. And the old lines that will start disappearing, because our body and our brain will, get the message that that old habit pattern is not necessary anymore. And the new habit, that will become natural for us. Okay? And in order to do that, what we talked about is that awareness is the first and foremost thing. Without knowing whether it's working for us or not working for us, we cannot change, right? And the second thing that is necessary is consciousness. Okay, we need to consciously change it. We consciously did it for the first time. For example, if you want to, somebody said quit smoking. If you want to quit smoking, we consciously not smoke, right? And it is hard, but we consciously do it. Okay, so without awareness and consciousness, we cannot obtain mindfulness. Okay, we cannot obtain any kind of transformation without these prerequisites of awareness and consciousness, which is also obtained with the help of practicing mindfulness tools and techniques. Okay. So can we see how mindfulness is important for us in our day-to-day life? Because many of us, we think that mindfulness is meditating, and I don't want to meditate. I'm not that kind of person, or I don't need meditation in life, right? But we don't know how it is affecting our day-to-day life, right? Now, the example that we talked about a while ago, getting stuck in the traffic jam, when I have a very important meeting or presentation, what is going on in my mind and in my body when I'm stuck in that traffic jam? I'm thinking about, oh my God, I have this meeting to attend. I have this very important presentation, and I'm stuck in this traffic jam. I start getting angry, frustrated, anxious, isn't it? We do all these things, and what will happen? I will start getting more and more anxious, more and more angry, more and more frustrated. How is it helping us? And by the time I reach office, what happens to me? What happens to my energy, to me? I'm completely down, right? I'm completely down. And what do you think will happen to your presentation or that meeting? Will it go well? No, absolutely not. It will not go well at all. So this is where the practice of mindfulness will help us. Okay, and it is not just a 15 minutes or 30 minutes routine which we do in the morning and evening, but we can do it in each and every activity. Now, the research has found that even if we don't practice formal meditation, but if we bring mindfulness in each and every activity we do, we'll have the same kind of result. Okay, so whatever that we are doing, for example, if we are eating, okay, we can be mindful. If we are showering, we can be mindful. If we are driving, we can be mindful. Now, these terms are getting very trendy these days, walking meditation or mindful walking or mindful eating, mindful showering. Have you heard about those terms? Yes. So this is where, it will help us in our everyday life if we bring mindfulness to all the activities that we do. Do you think it's going to help you? Now, I would like to give you a small demonstration, okay, of how it is to bring mindfulness, okay, into our lives. Now, we need tools in order to practice, like any other art. I call mindfulness an art because it is a delicate balance that we need to maintain, right? And we need a tool. Without tool or techniques, we cannot do it. If you say that, okay, I'll be mindful, fine. From today, I'll be mindful. But if you do not know anything about tools and techniques, will you be able to practice? No, right? We need tools and techniques. So I will introduce you this tool, which is available in you all the time. Can you guess? Can anyone guess what is that one tool that is available to us all the time, which can come in handy for you like this? In anything that you do, wherever you are, with whoever you are, you will be able to get access to that tool. And you can be mindful just like that.
Is it our breath?
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Krishna sir. So it's our breath, right? Our breath is the only tool which will connect our internal world with the external world, right? Our breath is the bridge, okay? So we will practice, practice this exercise, breath exercise or breath technique, which you can do anywhere you are. Okay, so let us all do this. So I request you all, whoever is whose camera is not switched on, I request you all, I hope you all are also following me. If there is any question, if there is anything that you're not understanding, please simply unmute, or you can simply send me on the chat box. Okay, if there is anything that you want to ask, or if I'm going fast, or if there is any clarification required. So I request you all to please sit straight wherever you are sitting. Okay, just sit straight, because if our spinal cord, okay, is straight, it will align our energy from head to toe. It will help us, help our energy to free flow easily. Okay, so I request you all to sit straight, and then with your hands, you can keep your hands like this open on your lap. And I request you all to please close your eyes. Close your eyes and take your attention to your breath. Take your attention simply to your incoming and outgoing breath, your natural breath. However you are breathing, just pay attention to your breath. As you inhale and as you exhale, pay attention to your inhaling breath and your exhaling breath. And give yourself permission to be here and now completely. There is nowhere else to go. You can just be here. And pay attention to your incoming breath and your outgoing breath. Now, please pay attention to one full cycle of breath. As you inhale, pay attention to your inhaling the breath as it goes inside through your nostrils, to your chest, and as you slowly breathe out and exhale through your nose. That is your one cycle. So pay attention in the same way to the full cycle of your breaths, right from the time you inhale till the time you exhale. And just experience how it feels to pay attention to the full cycle of breath each time you breathe in and breathe out. And remain with your breath. Stay with your incoming and outgoing breath, paying attention to the full cycle as you inhale till the time you exhale. How does it feel on your nose, on your throat, on your chest as you inhale and exhale? See if your inhaling breath and the exhaling breath are different. Notice each and everything as you inhale till the time you exhale. And if your mind wanders away, which is the nature of the mind, it will keep wandering away. As soon as you're aware your mind has wandered away, simply bring it back to your breath again. Lovingly and gently, like you do to a small child, simply bring your mind back to your breath in a very loving and a caring manner, very patiently. And whenever you are ready, you can rub your hands, both the palms, keep it in your eyes, and slowly come back to the room. Now, whoever has practiced this one cycle of breath just now with me, you must have experienced even a teeny tiny bit of mindfulness with me, right? Is there any difference in you? Just see. Are you feeling a little different? Are you feeling a little different from inside after this meditation? Now, what we did was a formal practice of meditation, which we can do when we are sitting, or we can also do when we are lying. But how does this relate to our day-to-day life? Now, remember the same example. Go back to that traffic jam. You're stuck in that traffic jam. And instead of getting frustrated, instead of getting angry, instead of getting anxious, you cannot avoid those emotions, can you? It will happen. That is life. Good, bad, ugly, all keeps on happening. But what we can do is we can choose to be mindful anytime we want. Anytime, just like that. Just at the drop of the hat. We can be mindful if we choose to be mindful. And we can use this tool, the breath tool. We don't need to close our eyes. We can just do it with our open eyes. Simply notice your breath. That's it. Keep noticing your breath. And whenever your mind wanders away, because that is what the mind will do all the time. That's why it's called a monkey mind. It keeps on going from one branch to another branch to another branch to another branch. It will keep on weaving the story round and round. But if we can anchor ourselves on our breath, do you think that we can regain our composure? Do you think we can cultivate this calmness, awareness? Is it possible? To all of those who are listening, if you are, do you think it's possible? Come on, there are 41 people. Yes, is it possible to
Yes.
be mindful?
Yes, it's absolutely possible.
Thank you so much, sir.
And only when we are relaxed and when we are in a composure, we will do better performance, or the way we act. Everything will depend upon how we breathe and how we control ourselves. That's what I say.
Exactly, sir, exactly. And I saw your post today on LinkedIn, and I saw that you were talking about making good decisions. And, I was thinking about, if we are mindful, making good decisions will come naturally to us. If we are able to maintain this composure, okay, instead of coming from anxiety, instead of coming from anger, frustration, so many emotions, if we can come from this space of composure, just imagine what are your possibilities. Right? So the possibilities are endless. The question is not about, not having enough potential or not having talent or not having opportunities. There are endless possibilities, opportunities. You have talent, you are creative, you have potential, but we are not able to draw it out from us. We are not able to tap into that potential and talent. Why? The reason being that we are so much, our mind is so cluttered with all the emotions, thoughts, behavioral habit patterns that is going on and on. Even while we are sleeping, the same thing is happening. The same cycle is repeating over and over. And our neurological pathways in our brain, it is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So when are we exactly going to say that it's enough, right? That I choose to be mindful. And we can all choose just like that. We think that change is very hard. We think that, transformation, those are big words, transformation, change, that it's very hard. It's not for me, or I can't do it. But if we really choose, then we can really do this. It's really possible. But what we need is tools and techniques. Now, if you are in war and if you go without any weapons, what will happen to you? Is that possible? You will die, right? So why are we not equipped to live our lives, which is nothing less than a war, is it? Our lives, each one of our lives, we are the same. You and I, we are all the same, right? And it's not less than any war. Do you agree with me? It is a war that we are, having from day, night and day. We are going through this war, going through these battles in our minds and hearts. And if we are not equipped, then we will certainly, of course, everybody has to die someday, but we die every day. Right? So I propose this mindfulness tools and techniques with you, which you can follow every day, no matter whatever you are doing, you can simply do it. Okay? You don't have to wait for, anything. So our breath, this was the one tool. Okay, there are 3 steps process to build your awareness muscle. Do you want to check this? Check this out. Okay. So now you can write this down. Okay, this is the 3 steps how we can build our awareness muscle, because awareness is the prerequisite. Without awareness, we cannot be mindful, right? So there are 3 simple steps that you can follow to, strengthen your awareness muscle. Like we strengthen our physical muscle by going to the gym. We can do the same thing with our awareness muscle. Okay, number 1 is pause and select your anchor. Now, wherever you are in the middle of the meeting and you're having anxiety attack, panic attack, just pause. By pausing, I mean, you can keep your eyes open. If possible, you can close. Okay, just pause. By pausing, I mean, just don't do anything. Okay, and when you don't do anything, what you will feel is you will hear all those thoughts, you'll hear all those emotions. Okay, everything will start happening. But if you anchor yourself like the breath, okay, just anchor on the breath despite of whatever goes in your head. and mind and emotions. Whatever is happening to you, simply hold on to the anchor, your breath. Okay? And number 3, in case your mind wanders away, just lovingly bring it back to the anchor. Again and again, again and again. Now, don't you think this is like our life, where we need to get back on track again and again? Again, we fall down and then we get up and then we start. We fall down, we get up, we then restart. We fall down. So this keeps on happening. Someday, if I decide, okay, I don't want to get up, forget it. What will happen to me? Right? So this is the word. You know the word for this? What is the word to keep on getting up and then restart? Keep on getting back up and then restart. Anyone wants to help me with the word? What is the word here? Sorry? Synchronizing?
Or is it bounce back?
Bouncing back? Yes. Great. Bouncing back. Yes. Resilience. Bouncing back. And doing it back all over again. No matter how many times we do it, right? So this is what we do in our everyday life as it is. Okay, so same thing with these mindfulness practices, whether that's meditation or whether that is, any other techniques in mindfulness practice. We just bring it back again and again on track. Our mind will wander because that is the nature of the mind, to wander. So given that, we already know it's going to wander away. We already know that it's going to do its business, right? So our business is to, keep bringing it back to breath again and again, no matter how many times. And that's how we will develop our awareness muscle slowly, but surely, gradually. We will start strengthening our awareness muscle. And at the same time, what you'll notice is you will start gaining that internal power, the composure, the calmness, right? Which a while ago, if you are anxious and if you're stressed, you will start seeing that difference, that all of that is dissolving and you're gaining clarity. Okay, now if I mix, in this bottle of water, if I mix anything, what will happen? Right? Now, if I mix this, I don't know how much you can see. Now, what will happen if I mix this? These are the, can you see? Can you see or not?
Yes, madam, we are seeing.
You're not seeing it?
We are seeing.
You're seeing it. Great. So this is just like, say this water is our mind, and this thing, okay, is our thoughts and emotions. And these thoughts and emotions are now in our minds. So it's swirling with thoughts and emotions. And our mind, is it getting clouded, hazy, right? So this is what happens. So what will happen if we just keep it like that? If we'll just let it sit. Yes. Sir, you are on mute.
No, I said it will settle down, I said.
It will settle down, definitely, right? This is science. We all know that. Still, I demonstrated. So it will just all come down. It will settle down, just like our mind. So our mind, if it's swirling with anxiety, with emotions, with, anger, frustrations, if we just, let it just sit there with the help of the tool that we just practiced, anchor in our breaths and keep on anchoring and keep on watching our breath. Slowly it will come down. That is how our anxiety level, our anxiety, frustration, everything, stress will start coming down, and then we'll be able to see clearly. Okay, then if we make a decision from that clarity, that's the right time to decide, but not before that. Okay. Now this is the second tool I will quickly share. Now, 3 steps process to combat stress. Now, do we have stress, all of us? Do we suffer from stress?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Jasneet is here. Yes, definitely. All of us, we are the victims of stress. Right? Now, what if I can give you a small hack? Do you want this hack?
Yes, Anita.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
So this is a small hack which is called cat. For all those cat lovers, I have the picture of a cat here. It's called a cat formula. Okay. Now C stands for calm your mind, assess the situation, and take charge of the control parameters. Okay. Now what do I mean by that? Now, as soon as we are in the situation of stress, okay, we are feeling stress, or for that matter, it works for anxiety or any other kind of emotions, anger, frustration, anything. So, as soon as we are aware, now the question is when we'll be aware? After everything is done, after we shout, after we fight, right? So, as soon as we are aware, we get that awareness. Okay, we've practiced this. And as and when we start practicing it, we will gain this awareness, earlier, even before we start reacting. Okay, so right now, if we are reacting, and when we start practicing this, slowly and gradually, we'll find that we are now getting more mindful and we are not reacting. Okay, if we start practicing this process. So for C is calm your mind. Now, how to calm our mind? We can again use our tools and techniques. Today we discussed about the breath technique. Okay, we follow this 1 cycle of breath technique. So we can calm ourselves. Okay, just pause. If you're not able to do it in that situation, you can always take a break. You can go to the washroom or somewhere no one is there, right? You can just excuse yourself. Nobody will follow us in the washroom, will they? So this is a hack which I also follow. I just take a break. Okay, 1 minute, I go, okay, and then sit with myself. Just take a pause. It's very important that we pause, right? Just take a pause, and you can do any kind of, you can follow any technique, breath technique, or there are so many tools and techniques out there. Right? So you can follow any one of them. You can breathe in and out through your nose, through your mouth. Okay, so you do that first, calm yourself. I think someone is telling me something. Okay, Neela Bhai, wait, you will get sure. I don't know. Okay, they are talking about the feedback link. No worries. Okay, so that is C, calm your mind. Now, assess the situation. Whatever situation that you are in, we just assess. Okay, for example, I'll again use the same example since we've been using that. I'm stuck in the traffic jam and then, I assess the situation. Okay, I have a presentation at 9 o'clock. So it's 8:30 right now, right? So what can be done? So I'll just calm my mind first. I will just see if I can prepare in the car. Okay, I will start preparing. And by the time I reach, I'll be fine. I'll be grounded. I'll be set. I'll be prepared. I use that time when I was stuck in the traffic jam to calm my mind, to calm myself, and then prepare for my presentation. That's it. Right? And then you assess the situation and then take charge of the control parameters. So what I did was I start preparing. I start taking charges. I started taking charge. Okay. Now, by parameters, what I mean is the control parameter and the parameters that you cannot control. Now, you don't have traffic in your hand, do you? We don't. Now, we cannot change the traffic by ourselves. So we cannot do anything about that. So whatever I cannot control, I will just set it apart. Just forget it. Just let go. And then whatever I can control. Okay, so I can prepare in the car, so I will prepare in the car. And then even if it is late, okay, I'll assess, okay, what happens if I'll get late? So maybe I can message, maybe I can talk to someone, maybe there is someone in the office who can, take charge before me, who can handle it till the time I reach. So there are n number of possibilities, which will not be clear if my mind is cluttered and confused. Some of the particles has now settled down, started settling down, and the glass is getting clearer, right? So that is the CAT technique which you can follow instead of getting frustrated or angry. We can simply pause, observe, and then take charge of the control parameters. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for listening to me. If there are any questions or anything that you want to say, please, you may please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam, for the wonderful presentation. Now I request dear participants, if you have any query regarding today's topic, please come ahead, dear participants.
I want to say something. In fact,
Welcome, sir, welcome.
Amita, I joined a little late, but from the moment I joined to till now, it's been an absolute wonderful journey. And the way you demonstrated awareness about how you conducted the program is a fantastic demonstration of how mindfulness you are about the program that you are doing. It's wonderful to listen to you. Thank you so much for a great session. God bless you and stay blessed.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm so blessed that all of you are here and that you are here. I had not expected you, sir, but thank you so much.
I just came home and I saw that you were speaking, so I just came in and did not even wash my face. I joined for this session.
That's great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Bedkar. Yeah. Thank you.
Anybody would like to ask? Dear participants.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Welcome. Shukla, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Bedkar, sir, for such a wonderful and resource person. And today we are having a session, especially for the nowadays we are living in a very modern lifestyle, and we are going through various kinds of stress. Even a small stresses, when they come together, they get gathered together, it becomes a major issue for us. And then how to overcome and how to tackle, I think that is the best resource. I'm a practicing physician, so I know that there are n number of diseases which can be considered as a psychosomatic. So it starts from mind and then psycho to soma, means the body physics level. So nowadays, the people are going with antihypertensives and anti-diabetic and anxiolytic drugs and so many medications. I think instead of that, we should have this kind of technologies and technique, and we are blessed that we are Indian. We are having a very rich heritage and culture with us. So we can go with this kind of meditations and the techniques. Madam, today's your workshop, I will say workshop, I will not say the webinar, because it is wonderful. You have gone through various activities, and we get engrossed in all the activities, and very thankful. I think the meditation and the stress releasing, the blusters are very necessary nowadays. In fact, in abroad, people are having special sessions. They are getting some kind of a time limits in between to get relaxed. But in our place, what we have seen that 8 hours, 6 hours continuously, the person keeps working, and the sharpness of his axe, it move somewhere. So I think that is the time to sharpen the our blades and to fight further. So thank you very much, madam. wonderful session. We could have, if you can come again with some new technologies, it will be better for me also. I'm telling these things to my patients also. So thank you very much. Thank you, Bedkar sir. Thank you, Prashant sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Shukla, for such a wonderful sharing. Yes, so there are so many things that are going on in our everyday life these days. As you said, that all these psychosomatic diseases happening to people, which is affecting our physical bodies and our mental health, it can all be resolved, as you said, with mindfulness. There are many tools and techniques in mindfulness. If you have heard about MBSR, right, that is mindfulness stress reduction technique. So we can use all of these techniques, mindfulness techniques, in order to relieve ourselves, especially from stressors, daily stresses of life. Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. And I forgot to mention that if you want to experience, whoever wants to experience the 7 days of mindfulness, I'll be sharing these mindfulness practices every day for 7 days on the WhatsApp group. I'll be sharing the link over here. So whoever wants to join this group, you're all most welcome to join this group. Okay, so I will just share the link right away. And in the meantime, if anybody else wants to share anything, you may please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Amita madam. I liked your presentation very much, and the activities you conducted were very useful. And you again reminded us of our nature, our coordination of nature, body, and mind together, and what to do in stress. So, all it was very good. Thank you again.
Thank you
And
so
thank you to
much.
the team, Bedkar sir and Prashant sir, for recognizing me. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir. I joined late, but I am fortunate enough to listen to ma'am and whatever she has presented. Actually, I think I missed a lot in the session, but I will try to attend her lecture on YouTube, sir. I would like to congratulate Honorable Principal Dr. Bedkar, sir, who every day provides us this intellectual feast. And I would like to congratulate our Honorable Principal Dr. Bedkar, sir, and all his staff members for organizing such wonderful, thoughtful, and fruitful lectures every night. I am thankful, sir. And whenever I get time, I'm sure I will join all your lectures. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Chetna, as well.
So, thank you very much, Dr. Krishna sir, Swanand Shukla sir, Chetna ma'am, and also Mallikarjun sir, for the nice sharing and appreciation of the session. Thank you so much. Now I request the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M.M. Bedkar sir, Sir, please come ahead and have some sweet words for today's sessions. Please welcome. Thank you, sir. Before vote of thanks, I would like to say the statement Shah Madam made in this chat box, in the chat, that today's webinar is a blessing for the day. So thank you so much, Madam. Every day it's a blessing for all those who joined, the participants. Really, it was very blessed and wonderful session. We are running this series only to provide the different kinds of knowledge to cover all the aspects regarding the universe. So that was the vision in front of the organizing this world record series too. So thank you. Now I move towards the vote of thanks.